I really want to get your mindset. If you like me and you're tired of your mom working, you're tired of your dad working, you're tired of your girl parents working, if you're tired of your family going to work, you're tired of seeing them being in that same trap. Thoughts are powerful things. You would not have the desire if you didn't have the capability of achieving. Welcome to the first video on the channel. We're doing a reaction to Think and Grow Rich. We're trying to keep learning, and you want to come here for a place to study. This is that. Come here if you want to keep studying entrepreneurship and you're looking to further your journey in anything. It doesn't have to be just entrepreneurship, and developing your mind in general. Not just take notes. Make sure we take action on the notes that we take, because knowledge is cool, but applied knowledge is better. So let's go with applied knowledge. Let's get into it.
This is Earl Nightingale. The purpose of this recording is to tell you about and try to condense one of the most amazing books ever written, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Without question, this single book has had a greater influence on the lives, accomplishments, and fortunes of more individuals than any other work of its kind. All over the free world, there are literally thousands of successful men in all lines of work who are where they are today because they once picked up and bought a copy of Think and Grow Rich, and they'll be quick to tell you so. I first discovered this remarkable book in the fall of 1949. It was of enormous help to me. It helped me decide once and for all how I was to accomplish my goal. It unified my thinking and gave me a straight, clear road to the point I had decided to reach. One of my closest friends found the book several years ago and stayed home for 3 days reading and digesting its material, and he then went on to reach the top in his industry. I've sat in richly paneled, carpeted executive offices and listened to world-famous business leaders, some of them old enough to be my father, tell me that everything worked out fine after they had read Think and Grow Rich. Now, what's the secret of this amazing book? Why has this book, out of all the thousands of self-help books, remained the one towering giant? I think to understand this, you have to know Napoleon Hill as I do. He certainly was not the first man to be appalled at the poverty and seemingly endless struggle and lack of direction he saw about him as a boy and as a young man, nor was he the first to write on the subject. But he possessed two unique, highly developed abilities seldom found in one man. The first was in the manner in which he approached his subject.
Write that down. In the manner which he approached his subject.
Napoleon Hill went after the answers to achievement in the same way a scientist seeks to open to the light of reason a secret of nature. He went after the solution to accomplishment in the same way Thomas Edison discovered the solution to the electric light, relentlessly, indefatigably, implacably, until the truth, which had been there all the time, was revealed to him. His second important ability was the knack or skill of writing about his findings in such a way that it was instantly understood intellectually, but what is perhaps even more important for this particular subject, understood emotionally as well.
Knack or skill of writing about his findings in such a way that it was instantly. Write down, be understood emotionally. Y'all gonna be so surprised how much notes we got at the end. Just trust me. Just trust me. If y'all really want to get rich, y'all really want to get your mindset. If you like me and you're tired of your mom working, you're tired of your dad working, you're tired of your girl parents working, you're tired of your family going to work, you're tired of seeing them being in that same trap, you have to watch the boring stuff like this. It's Friday. Everybody out there partying right now. I'm finna sit here for the next 6 hours and do this. Do this. I'm gonna post 4 videos today. I already worked on my business today. Already made money for the day. My day's done. It's 12 o'clock. Most people just now waking up. I've been up since 6. And I'm finna push for another 4 or 5 hours. Then go chill. Then smash again at nighttime.
When the last page of Think and Grow Rich was read, the hand which put the book down on the table was a different hand. The man who then stood and walked out into the world was a changed man. The suffocating, entangling webs of self-imposed frustration and indirection had fallen away, and now the way was clear. The man was now the possessor of the unique, unseen talent for turning dreams into reality, thoughts into things.
Oh my gosh. Ready? Turn dreams into reality. Turn thoughts into things. These almost called them artists. They really like artists. These narrators and these authors really like artists. No cap, in my opinion. These authors are like artists. Like they say certain poetic things that be bars. They're just bars. This man said, turn dreams into reality, turn thoughts into think. No, I'm just playing. But no, you get my point.
So-called fate or the idle effects of exterior circumstances were no longer in command. He who had been a passenger was now suddenly the captain.
So sometimes I twist my notes. He who has suddenly been the passenger has now become the captain. So boom, I'm gonna write, don't be the passenger, be the captain. So now subconscious, like let's go. Don't be the passenger, be the captain. I'm the captain now.
To begin, we have to understand the simple truth, the principle or philosophy which lies as the supporting structure of this work. Unless whatever it is you build is based on truth, you will end with the entire structure fallen and scattered about you like the armor of Homer's ancient warriors. It simply cannot stand. It cannot withstand the test of time. The reason Think and Grow Rich has withstood the test of time is because it rests on the broad, clean foundation upon which may also be found every accomplishment of man, the clear, unchallengeable fact that everything begins with an idea. A philosophy based on the fact that riches of every kind begin with the state of mind, that one may start with nothing but thoughts.
Riches begin. No, riches of every kind. Riches and cross out begin. Don't be lazy. It's important. Riches of every kind. Every kind. From rich, wealthy, generational. That's every kind. We're gonna break down everything. Because there's levels. Rich of every kind. Begin with the state of mind. Bars. I'm telling y'all, bars. Rich of every kind. Riches of every kind begin with the state of mind. I'm giving y'all Instagram captions right now. You could post up, meditate it, like you in your house, cold meditation pick. You like riches every kind begin with the state of mind. Riches of every kind begin with the state of mind. They're gonna be like, whoa, who is he? Let's go.
Ideas and organized plans. Thoughts are things, incredibly powerful things when mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into material objects or riches, riches being whatever it is you happen to want.
Thoughts are powerful things. Think of this as like, this is class. You probably out of high school if you're watching this. So that means you are making your own schedule. If you work a job, that means you're working 8 to 12 hours for somebody else every single day. This is your hour that you need to be doing for you, where you studying for yourself. You need to come to this channel just to lock in for yourself. And if you don't come to this channel, lock in by yourself and make your own channel and do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Because I study by myself. So now I'm finna just share what I'm studying. Because I may have a better interpretation of what I'm getting. Y'all may have a better interpretation of what y'all hearing. So we can help each other. But really care about yourself, care about your family enough to take this serious. You can sit here for 10 minutes. We're gonna do 4 videos, 10 minutes each, and just make it 4 different periods. Meaning like today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So boom, you clocking into your period at least 10 to 18. It only takes 18 minutes a day to master a skill. So if you clocking in here for 20 minutes a day, you good. You mastering it. Now you taking the notes and then you taking the action instead of just listening to music on the way home. I do not listen to music no more. Music used to make me want to do what the music said. They's talking about sliding. Yeah, let's slide. No, that's bad. No, no bad music. Let's go. Thoughts are powerful things. Watch this. Only when mixed with definiteness. See, I'm learning new words. Definiteness, de- definite, definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation from an object. If you have a burning desire for their translation into material objects or riches, being whatever it is that you happen to want. If you want a farm and that's your dream life, if you want a mansion and that's your dream life, if you want a Bugatti and 3 girls and that's your dream life,
well, what color's your Bugatti?
let's get it. That's riches.
Wise men have been saying this for centuries, and just recently Charles A. Cerami wrote, "The truth is that the human mind is as real an organism as any muscle in the body, but far greater in potential power. And, like muscle fiber, it can be strengthened to lead on to unimagined conquests." So this, then, is the truth on which Think and Grow Rich is based. If you know what you want, and if you want it strongly enough to muster the kind of persistence that simply cannot be stopped, you will most certainly achieve it. By controlling your mind, you can control your destiny here on Earth. With this as our foundation, let's talk about Napoleon Hill's famous 13 proven steps to riches as found in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Remembering, of course, that riches are whatever it is you happen to want. And right here, let me make 2 important points. The first is that whenever you listen to this record, have a notebook handy and make notes as we go along. The second is that this record was produced for your own personal use, to go with you on your own exciting journey. To play this record for a group will prove to be of only temporary help.
If you control your mind, you control your destiny.
Make sure you have your own personal copy to play again and again, particularly at those times when you may feel yourself getting off the track. And now, Napoleon Hill's famous 13 principles. You will notice that we have separated each principle by banding them on the record. In this way, you're given quick access to any particular principle to which you may wish to return for reference. The first principle, desire. Here is the starting point for all achievement, the first step toward riches. But it's right here that we so often run into a stumbling block. A person will say, "I know what I desire, but can I get it?" We'll get into this business of doubt later, but once and for all, let's clear up this point. This point of whether or not you can accomplish that which you desire with all your heart. I think it was best expressed by Emerson, who wrote, "There is nothing capricious in nature, and the implanting of a desire indicates that its gratification is in the constitution of the creature that feels it." In other words, you would not have the desire unless you were capable of its achievement. Each of us has a built-in governor.
I almost missed that bar. He said, you would not have the desire if you didn't have the capability of achieving it. Gosh. I pause it because if we just let these keep going by, we're not going to catch everything that he's saying. We probably missed so much stuff that he already said. But I don't want to annoy you guys. And I need to know what kind of audience I have first. I need to know if y'all need me to pause it more. I need to know if I need to pause it less. So I'm kind of just doing my own pace right now. And you guys have to let me know in the comments what I need to stop doing.
And our desires are modified by our abilities and leanings. Whatever it is that you desire with all your heart, understand once and for all that it can and should be yours. In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill cites example after example of why your burning desire is nothing more than an accurate picture of what you will one day become. So right here, firmly establish in your mind that which you desire more than anything else. For, as Helvetius put it, by annihilating the desires, you annihilate the mind. Every man without passions has within him no principle of action, nor motive to act. A good way to determine whether or not you really have a burning desire is to examine the way you go after it. If you go after that which you think you desire tentatively, timidly, in an attempt to play it safe, you don't have a burning desire at all. You can't get to second base if you keep one foot on first.
You can't get to second base if you always got your foot on first.
But if you're willing to burn your bridges behind you and say once and for all, this is it, this is what I will do, and I will never retreat, I'll never go back, then you have the sort of desire that can only end in success. It takes that kind of resolve to be able to keep picking yourself up after the falls you're bound to take. The only people who don't make mistakes are those who never try anything.
You know, right here, this is a bar. He literally said the only people who don't fail is the people who don't try anything. Bar.
The timid feeders never venture into the broad, deep sea beyond. While these principles will work for anything you may want, a more harmonious home life, a more successful career, for our example, let's say your desire happens to be more money, to better care for your family and provide for your future years, to get your share of the prosperity that lies ahead. Napoleon Hill gives us 6 definite, practical steps to follow. 1. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money.
So one, we got fixing your mind the exact amount of money that you want to make. And if you don't care about money, get off the channel. Because you can't buy your mom a gift without money. So you need money. So if you think that you don't, you're wrong. You need money. It's okay not to be obsessed with money. I honestly will always put God first before money. But I do know that you need money, and God does not want you to be poor on this earth. God does not want you to just be lazy and not care about providing for your family. I don't believe that's the God that I serve. So
Be definite as to the amount. There's a psychological reason for definiteness, which will be described in a subsequent principle. Number 2, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There's no such reality as something for nothing.
2, we have what you intend to give. There's no such thing as something for nothing. That's real. But you can just do what you intend to give. But you need to remember that second part. There's no such thing as something for nothing. So put that on the note side. Put there's no such thing as something for nothing.
3, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. And 4, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. 5, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire, name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. 6, read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before retiring at night and once after arising in the morning.
So for me, I already have done this. I've already read this. I've already heard this before. But every time I hear it, I read it, I hear something new. So what mine was, my example was, it'll be, I want to make $100,000 per month. I will make this by September 21st, 2024. I will wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I will work on my business more than I work on someone else's business. I will build my dreams up more than I build someone else's. And then I move on to, which that was my intent to give. That was all my intent to give. I will tell you every single one of what I did for each one. But I'll do that actually at the end.
As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money, or whatever your goal happens to be. It's important that you follow these instructions to the letter. Play this part of the record over until you have it down to your satisfaction, for this is by far the most important of the 13 principles. And this chapter of the book ends with these words.
$100,000 per month from my business, from this, from affiliate, from everything. I want to bring in $100,000 per month. And I want to do this by September 21st, September 22nd, 2024. That's my goal. What you intend to give, when you want to possess. Hear that key part. He says, begin whether you're ready or not. Okay, So we just got all that knowledge in 10 minutes. If you actually followed exactly what I told you, you should have around 2 pages of notes. I got 4 page and like a couple little things up here. Mine is in green. That's why I changed it because I can barely see enough messing with my eyes and give me a headache. But that's 10 minutes. We're finna do this 4 parts and we're finna do this every single day. So if you want to keep checking in with entrepreneurship, you want to keep getting your goals right, you want to check in with new stuff, you want to learn new stuff, come check in here. This is the channel for that.